The Forum for Democratic Change Party has backed the idea of a joint opposition presidential candidate. The resolution was passed on Monday during National Council meeting at the party head office in Najanankumbi, Kampala.
We said, you remember we had IPC before, which collapsed and is no longer functioning. So we resolved that it has to be phased out first, and then open up new negotiations with the political groups.
FDC now joins the Democratic Party, which also supported the need for a joint opposition presidential candidate for the 2016 elections. The resolution was made last month during the DP National Council meeting in Masaka district.
For purposes of amending Article 83 and Article 5, and we will amend it during the coming delegates conference for purposes that we can have a cooperation with all the other parties, which includes, among others, fronting a candidate not being the party president of the Democratic Party.
Ahead of the 2011 general elections, DP did not join the loose opposition coalition, the Inter-Party Corporation, or IPC, but instead fielded their president, General Norbert Mao, as a presidential candidate.
It had been contemplated that it would obviously lead Uganda into a victorious announcement of the winners of such an election. It was coached for election purposes, and that is where it ended, in a loss of an election.
Uganda has at least 33 registered political parties, with the ruling NRM as the biggest, followed by FDC. A critical factor cited for IPC's failure was that bigger political parties were placed on equal footing with smaller parties. But won't the new arrangement suffer similar setback, considering some of the guidelines in picking the joint candidate?
We are now looking at the dynamics of capacity to win. Then we shall obviously be apportioning capacity and the possibility of mobilization for a political group in a particular area.
In giving IPC a cold shoulder, DP was suspicious, arguing that FDC sought to ride on the joint strength to grow. Barely 9 months to the general election, the opposition is racing against time. For instance, the political parties are yet to agree on a policy framework to guide the new corporation and which levels the corporation will cover. There's also the question of doublespeak. Some key opposition leaders like Dr. Besje and Johnny Come-Lately, General David Sejusa, have on many occasions said that there won't be elections without reforms. With the indications that government has apparently ignored the electoral reforms proposed by the civil society and the opposition, will they participate in the election if things remain the way they are? The opposition have an uphill task gaining leverage of an incumbent with all the advantages of incumbency. For instance, President Museveni has been traversing the country speaking about wealth creation. Sheila Nduhukire, NTV.